Hey guys, I'm Bronson, and today I really wanted to express to you the most underrated article on Reddit for the Flesh and Blood community. Guys, like this this awesome guy, AC Whammy, was able to use a Facebook post that the James White posted to back into the print run data of Welcome to Wrath. Like, how is this, why is this not being used? That's what I don't understand. Like, it was just brilliant. Like, AC Whammy, like, nice job, man. Like, I appreciate your support and letting me letting me talk about this because it's just mind blowing that like you basically posted this and I feel like nobody really understood what you meant and there's this even one guy who's like, did you just guess that number 550? And it's like, did you even read it, dude? But anyway, I will go into exactly what I mean now. So James White, as you all might know, is the co-creator of Flesh and Blood along with Robbie Wen, and don't forget, those two guys are the heads, but they've got a fantastic group of team underneath them, and they've got a lot going on there at Legend Story Studios. And so James posted something on Facebook, basically a really cool homage to Magic the Gathering, and saying, "Hey, it's just reminiscing. This is this is my past, and then this is my future." And what I really like about this post is it really shows the level of emotion that he has and he cares about. Like you can really see that this is a real turning point in his life. That's what I see, man. I don't know James White, uh, but from what I this post looks beautiful, and it's really cool seeing you know Power Nine, Magic the Gathering alongside beautiful Flesh and Blood cards. It's just it's a really cool it's a really cool image, and it's cool in general, but you can see that it really resonates with him, and that it really has an impact of like, okay, this is where I'm going in life. So that's my take on the whole Facebook post. But let's look. Put your what is it? Put your eyes over there. We see someone asked James, what do you think it will be worth in 10 years' time? I guess they just meant like in general. What do you think your products will? And he said, well, there are half as many alpha hearts in circulation as alpha lotuses. With the help of wonderful folks like you spreading the word that Flesh of Blood is a great game, who knows where it could end up? Creating a new classic collectible is absolutely what we're aiming for, and like that's 100% right on. But if you think about it, and AC Whammy did a great job with this. There's 1100 alpha lotuses. Divide that by 2. You have 550. So that's how many alpha Heart of Faendales there are. Well, if you get one Fable in every 960 packs, you can do 960 multiplied by the 550, and you pretty much get the total amount of packs in circulation. And then you divide that number by 24 because there's 24 packs in a booster box. And I think the number comes out to like 22,000 booster box of Welcome to Wrath. Are you kidding me? Like that's incredibly small. And can you imagine how many have opened by now? Like the amount of sealed product for Alpha Flesh and Blood must be insanely low. But anyway, I don't want to get into the market aspect. I just want to state that this dude on Reddit, and I'll put the link down below. Please, like, read it. It's a really fascinating read. I wanted to make my own data out of it, but then I thought, you know what? I can't say it better. It's already been said the best on Reddit, and he did a great job. He's a great guy. You should message him if you have any questions. But I just thought it was such an underrated article, and it shows the print run data. But what I will tell you, and listen to me, is that even though it's a nice ballpark estimate, I think it's not it's not 100% right on. Like, I think it's a very good figure to estimate. It's a very good figure to say, okay, it's around this area. And you have a level of uncertainty. Well, it's close to this figure. We don't know, how close, but it is. So I think it's a great starting point for figuring out the print run, and a great thing to analyze and say, okay, well, is this low? Is this high? What does this mean? But kudos for you, man. Like, it was just a really great article, and it's really cool how you took this tiny Facebook post and made it into something where you could extrapolate the print run data. And then one other thing I want to say is, if you scroll down, there's something else that was really cool, I thought. Okay, so someone else said, I'm disappointed where the gold foil tunics. So the tunics he's referring to are the Fandale Spring Tunic, and there's this certain variation of card that has like a gold border. And James replied, I made a lot of things in Flesh and Blood, but the top 8 of the calling is not one of them. Gold legendaries must be earned. So in this post, he's basically saying that, like, hey, someone on his team. Oh, I'm just reading into this. He's saying, hey, I didn't make the rules for this, but those must be earned. Basically, what that means is you only can get the gold bordered tunics in the PvP, like the tournament, the pro tournament, which is cool. I like that. It's cool how it's like in a lot of like uh games online, you have PvP armor and you have to PvP for it. So it's like you have to play against other players and compete and be competitive in order to get that specialized card. And that's a really cool like badge of honor, because at the end of the day, like, if you're just like a collector, you just want a tunic, but you might think the gold one is cool, and the gold one looks awesome. But to get that gold one, man, you've got to earn it. And when people earn it, like, it adds value to them. But something that's interesting too is that uh, it really adds collectability, because if you can only get the tunics if you compete, then the amount of tunics that are produced in the wild must be very low. And look, you have to be the top 8. You have to be the top 8 to get one. So that is something very interesting to me, and it's good that he doesn't have a gold tunic, because if he did and he didn't win a top 8 because he's a creator, that'd be kind of, then then it would be kind of weird. It's like, well, wait a minute, are you printing these cards like on the side? So that gives me really good feeling that, like, he cares about the collectability. Legend Story Studios cares about the collectability of the card game, and it's just it's interesting. But the main point I wanted to relay for this whole thing is, if you're curious about like getting like a ballpark estimate for the print run, I definitely check out the Reddit post where it talks more in detail about this. But very cool. Sometimes Facebook can have some uses. Who know? I thought it was just a place where you could just waste endless hours and learn nothing. Later, guys.